Welcome everyone to another video. I'm DK.
And I'm SHARKMAN.
And today we are doing something very special. This is actually going to be our first video for our new channel called DK and SHARKMAN. Either extras or reviews. Probably reviews. Do you think that would
I liked SHARKMAN and DK discussions better because it sounded more catchy and more off the tongue. I don't know. To me, it just rolled off the tongue better.
By the time this video comes out, you guys will know what it is.
Yeah.
So,
we'll figure out the name later.
Yeah. So today we're going to be giving you guys our top 10 clones from Star Wars The Clones. Clone Wars, the Star Wars universe, we'll just say that.
Yeah. It's not just going to be from Clone Wars. It's going to be
Clone
from...
Wars,
if it's a clone in the Star Wars universe that's actually been, like, officially in, like, the actual canon, is actually a character, is going to count.
Yeah. Also, just before we start, I want you guys to know I love all the clones. There's not really one that I dislike. So if it doesn't make the top 10, then I'm sorry. But
and I also have some honorable mentions, but not because they didn't make my list. It's more so just because I couldn't remember. Well, they didn't make my list, but it's not like I didn't like them. It's more like I didn't have time, and also I just didn't like them as much as some other clones. Yeah. But it's not. But they're good characters, so I'll let you know who they are.
That's the thing about the clones. Each clone has their own character, their own.
They're very unique in their own way.
Yeah, so
even though they all look the same, they all have their own personalities and characteristics that make them unique.
Yeah.
That took forever.
So, yeah. Before we begin with our going through them, please subscribe if you haven't already, which you probably haven't because this is going to be the first video. Like and share with your friends and turn on the bell so you will be updated to when we post another video. I don't know how often we're going to do this, but hopefully once a week, but we'll see how it goes because school is about to start.
I only have like 2 years left of school before I'm... Yeah, before I graduate at least. So once I graduate, it's not going to be as, it's not going to be as, I'm still going to have to probably do some more stuff, but it's not going to be like it is now where I have to, like, cram to get it done, you know what I mean?
Yeah. We're going to start from 10 and work our way up. Is that okay with you?
Sure, I like doing it, but but one's obviously gonna be our favorite. Yeah. Just so you guys know, it's not gonna be like because I don't like it because sometimes they do 10 as the best one and then they go down to 1 as like one. I don't know. It's weird, but that's not how it's gonna work for us.
Number 1 is the best.
So.
Yeah, I don't like this list either.
So anyway, without further ado, let's get started.
You want me to say who my number 10 is first?
I think you should, and then I think you should explain to me at least. They're gonna hear, but I would like to know why you like that character. Or put that character in that spot. I guess would be the correct way to say.
So I have Wrecker as my number 10. He is a very funny character, and he does care about his fellow clones a lot, and he also cares so much about Omega, which are all really good positives, and he is the muscle of the group. Like I've said, he's like the Hulk of the group. The one thing is that I don't really think they develop him as much in the Bad Batch as far as character development as the other ones. He basically stays the same, in my opinion. But it doesn't mean that he's a bad character. He's not poorly written or anything. It's just that what makes him is his caring side and always being there for his comrades.
To be fair, though, it is kind of hard to develop a character that's already likable, and it's, you know what I mean. So it's like harder to make it more like, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's just hard to grow a character that doesn't really, in my opinion, doesn't really need it. Yeah. Because, in my opinion, a character who needs more character growth is one that's kind of moody. And just hear me out. Yeah. People who are like really hard-hearted, like Crosshair is a good example of this. Crosshair is, to me, is as the definition of a character who needs character growth.
Yes.
Because and stuff. But when you take somebody like Wrecker, who is already is already a kind person and loving in general, is not really much. Sorry, there's not really much character growth you can have. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
No, that's fine.
I don't know. I'm not blaming you for putting him at number 2. I'm just saying like that. It's kind of hard to. I don't know. I'm ranting. I'm sorry.
Who's your number 10?
Number 10 for me, Crosshair. To be honest, I'm not a huge fan of Crosshair. Like usually I like grumpy characters because they usually are funny, but Crosshair's
the one clone he really gets on my nerves.
Maybe well, it's not just that. This is gonna be a really weak sauce.
He could later down the road become one of my favorite characters because that's what happens. Is I'll dislike a character for a while and then suddenly I like him. So.
It's gonna take a lot for me to like him because here's why. It's not just because he's evil. Okay, I know this is gonna sound really weak sauce, and you guys are probably gonna make fun of me in the comments for this, but his voice is annoying. Like I think the problem is I hate villains or not even villains, but people who are moody like that, but their voice is like really chipmunk-like. I guess at least to me, he sounds like a chipmunk because doesn't it? Like, he doesn't, like, when you think of somebody menacing, you think of deep, like, grovelly voice. You don't think that, you know? Right. So, to me, he's just not a great antagonist, you know? I don't know, maybe that's just me personally, but that's...
There's only been one episode that I liked him, and it was in the second season.
I probably would like him more. If he turned to the good side again, I would like him a little bit more. But his voice, bro, they could have cast somebody better to do his voice.
Well, I think all the clones, as far as I know, are voiced by the same person.
Even Crosshair.
Yes. I'm not sure about Wrecker or 99. But I'm pretty sure all of them are voiced by the same
Hunter
person.
doesn't sound like that, though. Hunter and Tech don't really sound like, you know what I mean? Oh, well, I mean, they're also not like antagonists. I'm just saying, I wish that he had just a not so high-pitched voice, I guess. I don't know, maybe it's just my opinion, but I like my villains to actually sound threatening. I don't like them to sound, you know, puny.
Right.
I don't know, man. Especially with a name like Crosshair. When you think of a name like Crosshair, that sounds scary, but then when you hear his voice, it's like, what?
He is a sniper, and I love snipers.
I know, yeah, but what?
I would want to be a sniper if I had to be something, because I want to give him that
voice, though.
I don't know.
I don't know, dude. That's just my opinion. Yeah. Anyway, before I start ranting more, what's your number 9?
Number 9 is Omega.
I forgot to put Omega on my list. Why didn't I have time?
It's okay.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm freaking out about this.
Omega is one of those characters that is unique because all the clones are male and she's like the only female. But like her, I don't know. She kind of reminds me of Ahsoka a little bit as far as she does what she thinks is right. Even though she's kind of like Luke, too, where she gets in trouble trying to do the right thing.
Yeah, that's true. She does, because she doesn't really listen like Luke. Luke didn't really listen. He was like,
but you know. I really like her bow. And I really like, I don't know. Her character is pretty unique as far as what clones are supposed to be. And she seems to have a, really good relationship with all of the Bad Batch, and each of them individually she sees differently in a way that I think, because unless she sees them all as brothers instead of like any of them like father figures, I would think Hunter would be like in between father and brother because he is the leader. But I don't know. She has a really special bond with Echo, and I like Echo a lot. So, who's your 9?
I accidentally put Tech twice by accident. I didn't hear. I was in a hurry, so wasn't paying attention.
You're good.
I'm just gonna replace one of these because it's the same character. I'm just gonna replace one of these with somebody else, even though it's not written. I'm gonna replace him with. Oh my god, what's his name? What's the guy's name that helps Rex and Cody and Echo? There was another character that we liked, and I forgot what his name was.
Fives. There's Heavy.
Maybe it was just I don't know. I guess let's switch him out for.
I thought there was one more too. It's been a while.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna knock this other one out for Hunter, and put Hunter at number 9.
So number 9 is Hunter.
I like Hunter because I think he has strong leader qualities and he cares. You know what I mean? Like he's a caring. I feel like that's something every leader needs is a caring side to them. Like I feel like every leader should care and be strong. Not physically, but like you know what I mean. Like be there for their what I mean, like for their men and try to
think of a way.
Try to direct them. You know what I mean? Like help. I don't know.
He's had to
it's hard to explain, guys, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. I mean, he's my number 8, so he's like David said, he has a lot of good traits for a leader. I mean, he's not only cares for his men and tries to figure out a way to save them all, but he also has to make really tough decisions.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, that's another thing I was gonna say.
He takes charge, and sometimes those hard choices Omega will fight him on, but at the same time, there's times I'm agree with Hunter in his decision, because he's not just in charge of if one person gets kidnapped or captured, he still has the responsibility to take care of the other comrades that he has. Right,
and he doesn't leave his men behind. I guess that's what I'm saying.
He'll
not saying, you're saying. But,
he'll retreat and come up with a plan, and then we'll go rescue. But he's just
a good leader, and I think that they just flush his character out well.
Also, he has the trust of all his crewmates.
Oh, except for Crosshair.
Well, Crosshair leads, so it's.
But yeah, pretty much. Yeah, he's
So who's your number 8?
My number 8 would be Tech.
Tech?
Not because I don't like him. Not because I don't think. If we were just doing Bad Batch characters, he'd probably be number 2 for me. But because we're not just doing Bad Batch characters, he has to be at number 8 for me. But only because I just okay. To be fair, this list is really hard. We got a lot of good characters on it. Okay?
Yes, it was very hard to come up with this, guys.
And I can't do ties, so I had to put him somewhere on the list. But and I really do feel bad for putting him at number 8. But he's he's not my favorite. But he's I don't know. He's a tough one because I like smart characters too. But, I really do like people who are tech savvy, and I don't know. I just I like smart people.
I like him because he's very literal. But he has room to grow.
Exactly.
It's he has, out of all of the Bad Batch characters, I feel like he's grown the most.
He's like the emotions. Jarvis of the Bad Batch, bro. Because Jarvis is always doing stuff for the Avengers, and that's how. Yeah, he's like Vision.
Where he takes things literally, but he starts to learn the importance of relationships and feelings and other people's needs and stuff. So I definitely love Tech.
And let's be honest, he's just got really cool
look.
His design
look
is dope.
Is so cool.
I liked his design.
But he's not narcissistic like Tony Stark.
Yeah,
just say that.
He's he's got the smarts of Tony Stark, but not the attitude to go with it. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I don't know. He's
That's just how I feel.
He reminds me of someone else too, but who's very smart.
He kind of reminds me of the dog guy from Treasure Planet, a little bit.
Oh, the doctor.
The doctor dude, just a little bit, but more so because of the glasses, I guess.
Oh my goodness,
I don't know.
I can't remember.
But because of his attitude, because the doctor guy was kind of
very smart.
He was smart, but he was also the same way he is, where he's can be sarcastic or whatever about things. But in a funny way because I think he's also kind of funny, like at some points.
Yeah, he is.
At least to me.
Because of how literal he is.
I know, and we still haven't finished season 2. We need to finish season 2 because Bad Batch is a great show.
So for number 7, I have Heavy.
You have Heavy at number 7. That's a good. I would say that's a pretty good position for Heavy. Heavy.
I had a hard time. Okay?
I know it's hard.
Part
it's
of it is that I haven't seen the Clone Wars in so long. So remembering which parts were Heavy and which parts were Fives was hard for me to remember. I remember that Heavy survives. That he's like, wait, no, Heavy dies.
Yeah, Heavy
is the one who stayed back at the place and died. Like, but his relationship with 99 really was really good. Like,
I don't remember 99.
There's an episode in Clone Wars where it's like it's a filler, I guess, because it goes back in time, of when all of the clones were learning to work as a unit. They're being trained, and Heavy 5's Echo and who else? There's someone else. Are to be a group, and Heavy's like the leader of the group. But he goes through lots of trials and stuff, and 99 helps him out with all that. And eventually they accept him as the leader. Also, I think it was 99 who gave him the name Heavy. I think that was the beginning of the clones getting names instead of just numbers, if I remember correctly. It's been a while, because recently we've been watching, we've watched all the new stuff.
Right.
It's been a few years, probably 4 or 5 years since I've seen the Clone Wars, so I could be mistaken. But I do remember that Heavy was a really cool character.
I liked Heavy mainly because... Okay, here's the thing. I liked Heavy mainly because I thought he was cool. But also, okay, this is a really dumb reason for liking a character, and you can be like, whatever about it, okay? We can have this whole debate about it, but the reason I'm putting Heavy at 7 as well, but only because I liked the weapon he uses. I like that. I like characters because to me that was funny. It was a funny moment because he stays behind and dies, but it's funny because he gets the minigun and he opens the door. And he's like, "You didn't say please," or he starts like blasting. It's hilarious.
Like, you didn't say please.
Exactly, and then he starts blasting him. I love that character. I love it when a character can be cool and funny at the same time. As you can tell, I love funny characters. I'm sorry, this is who I am. Okay, I like to laugh.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
That's why I like.
Wasn't he also the one who was complaining about not having anything exciting happen?
Yeah, I think he was. Yeah, I think he was.
Careful what you wish for.
Yeah, exactly. I forgot who said. I'm pretty sure somebody said that. And I forget which one it was.
Heavy. It was either Heavy or Fives. I can't remember.
Maybe 5 said that to Heavy.
They seem like twins. It feels like it. So,
yeah. I know.
So he was your number 7.
Who's your number 6?
So you might not know him. His name's Gregor.
He sounds familiar, but I don't remember if I've seen him or not.
There's.
Yeah, it really sounds familiar.
I'm pretty sure he's with Rex. I think he's with Rex and Wolf. He's the clone in Rebels.
Right.
That they meet in the middle of the desert.
Right, yeah, I remember now.
But, okay, so Gregor was a clone who lost his memory.
Right.
And I can't remember who the characters were. They came and found him and reminded him of who he is, and he starts getting his memories back. But I can't really remember exactly why I liked him a lot, except for I like characters with deep backstory and also ones that go through a trial and overcome. Because you think he dies in the Clone Wars, because in that one episode that he's in, because he lets everyone escape and he's being blasted a lot. It's kind of like how Echo was.
Right.
So, just his whole the whole story of him figuring out who he was and what he was supposed to do and his sacrifice and everything really impacted me. So, and his armor was really cool too.
Yeah, I remember. I didn't put him on my list because I forgot. I forgot about him and Wolves. That's the reason I didn't put him on my list. I'm sorry, guys. It's not. Yeah. It's not that I didn't like him or whatever. I just didn't remember them. I'm sorry.
Right. No, yeah. I usually remember characters that have an impact on me. That's why I remember him.
I think one of the differences between me and Megan is that. Well, actually, it's similar and kind of different. Is that she likes characters that are like underdogs, but also have really deep backstories, and she can relate to them in a sense. Whilst I like that, but I also. I don't know. I like that, but I'm also more of a funny comedic person. But I can understand what I like. But it's not that I don't like relatable characters too, because I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this, to be honest. But basically, that's like the one thing you and me share that I've noticed between us is that's like the one thing that we do have in common, is that we do like people that we can relate to in certain like situations.
The difference is he prefers comical characters, but he still loves characters with backstory.
Yes.
And like relatable characters. I prefer relatable characters, but I still love the comical characters. So we're similar.
So it's like we're the yin
thing?
and yang.
Yeah.
Like
kind
you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. Who's your
number six? Okay, I'm just going to go off people I've got on my list because I forgot a lot of people apparently.
You're good.
I'm gonna go with fives, but the only reason I'm putting him above Heavy. To be honest, I don't remember why I had to put him on a spot on here somewhere, and I like him, but I don't remember why I like him. I probably should have switched Heavy with fives just because I don't remember why I like him. I know that's a very unfair thing to say, but it's just there's not really a reason to put him here if I don't even have like with Heavy. I actually remembered something he did, whilst with fives I can't remember.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I do like Five's character. I just can't remember what he did and like why I like him.
I do know that he was the one. Well, you didn't see it, but he was he was the only clone besides Rex who knew what was going on. He was warning the clones about it, but they wouldn't listen to him. So they thought he was a rogue, so they shot him down and killed him.
Yeah, rest in peace, Fives.
I know Fives was similar to Heavy, so it's kind of hard to remember which parts were Heavy and which parts were
yeah, it's hard to tell the difference. Yeah. I
just remember that, like when he's introducing himself to Captain Rex and Commander Cody, he's like, I can't remember like the first part. He's like, I'm 55555. And he's like, we call him Fives.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean Fives is great, but I just don't remember completely.
Yeah, I can't remember.
So.
But again, this list is really tough to make just because I can't do ties. If I could do ties, I would do a 10-way tie first because I love all of them equally. But except for Crosshair. Crosshair would be yeah.
I mean, there are a couple of clones in the show that I don't like, but I don't remember their names at all.
Yeah.
Like at all. They weren't main characters or anything, so it was like useless to remember their names. But I kind of have that problem with the tying thing because the next two characters I'm going to do together, but not like together. Okay, so like because I had a
5 and 4.
5 and 4, and they're together all the time. So I have a hard. I have a hard time with. I had to stop and think which one I like better because I can't tie them. So it'd be number 5 is Boyle and number 5 is Waxer. Okay, so here's the
number 5 is Boyle and number 5 is Waxer.
Number 4.
I was about to say that's a tie.
Number 5 is Boyle and number 4 is Waxer. I thought I said number 4.
No, you said 5 twice, but it's fine. We'll just move past it. Okay, mistakes were made. It's fine. Okay. Let's just move on. Anyways.
Spoil. Okay, my favorite episode. I can't remember what it's called, but you know which one it is. With Numa in it.
Yeah. Wait, with who in it?
Numa, the little girl, the little alien girl that they.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the one. Yeah, where her like village is like taken over and they have to like rescue her in that big like pit thingy.
Boyle wanted to leave her and continue on.
Yeah.
Waxer's like, I'm not gonna leave. I can't leave her here.
Yeah.
He has like a closer relationship with Numa.
Yeah, I actually forgot about that for a second. I'm not gonna lie, I forgot about that episode.
But they're also comical in later episodes. They're hilarious. I can't remember. I think one of them dies.
I was actually gonna put them in the exact same spots. Not because you just said it that way, but because I was just gonna put them that way anyway. Just because to me they were funny and I liked funny characters, and that's why I was gonna put them in those spots.
But the episode was hilarious.
Yeah.
It's like we got a little distracted.
I know. it's a great episode. I mean,
it's my favorite episode.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite episodes.
But yeah, it's
just because you see a more caring side to the clones, besides just we're gonna protect you and like that kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Boyle eventually comes around, but it's Waxer she hugs all the time and runs to and like loves him.
Yeah, I know.
Like waves at him.
It's just cute. It's just a really cute like episode.
It's so cute.
It's adorable.
Oh my goodness, I love Numa too. But she's not a clone, so she can't count in this list.
Yeah, I know. That's sad.
But yeah.
She was adorable.
How about you? 5 and 4.
I just told you.
Same
it's the exact because he was more caring.
Yeah.
That's the only reason, because he was more caring, and I like relatable characters that are caring. But they're
both hilarious. They're both equally funny.
I agree. It's hard to put them on. It's hard not to tie them because they're both equally as I don't know.
So well then let's move on to number 3 then, shall we?
Yes.
I had Echo.
I forgot to put Echo on this list. I always forget Echo. It's not intentional. I promise. I love Echo. Okay.
Echo.
It's just hard to remember his name.
Yeah. Echo was one of those like he was a high tech. He was kind of like tech, but not as high tech as tech. Does that make sense?
What does that mean?
He's very good at
He's good at technology, but he's not as good at technology
as analyzing. He's good at like some strategy.
You said it was hilarious. I'm sorry.
His outfit in the beginning. His outfit is cool. He's like one of the like long distance kind of watchers. But I was so upset when he got shot.
I know.
And I thought he died. Then I can't remember. Was it the first couple of episodes of Bad Batch or was it the end of Clone Wars that they go get him?
Go get who?
Echo.
I think it was the end of Bad Batch. It's either the end of that. Actually, it's probably in the Clone Wars because. Yeah, it was. I think it was Clone Wars.
I think it was the beginning of Clone Wars.
Yeah.
The 7th season of Clone Wars.
Yeah.
I was so happy to see him back, and I was at first very sad that he wasn't going to stay with Rex because
he is a great character and he's an honorable mention. And the only reason he's an honorable mention is because I don't want to have to choose between him and the last 3 people that I like. Not because he's a bad clone, guys. I promise. He's a great guy. It's just I like him enough that I don't want to have to choose. You know, I don't. It's fine.
No,
but it's hard to explain.
But but his relationship with the Bad Batch is amazing too, and his relationship with Omega is amazing.
Yeah.
You can see that he really cares about her.
Omega's another honorable mention, but not because she's probably one of my favorite female characters. That's just like in general.
Yeah, Star Wars doesn't not all the time have the best.
Yeah.
In our opinion, don't come at us at the comments, okay?
Don't come at us in the comment section.
He loves to correct me, guys.
I like being literal. This is why. Okay, me and Tech have too much in common. 'Cause we like being literal.
Maybe that's
okay.
why I like Tech, because he reminds me of you.
We like being literal. Is there a problem with being literal and being accurate? Is there a problem with that? Exactly.
Who's your number 3?
Rex. I'm sorry, Rex is not my number 1 or number 2.
Fair.
I'm just.
Now I'm curious. I forgot who your number 2 was.
You know who number 2 is. Well, you know what? What's your number 3?
I told you my number 3 was Echo.
Oh yeah, Rex. Rex is a dope guy, but still. Only because but he was like Anakin's bodyguard. In a sense, because he was always there with Anakin, like almost every. Again, Anakin's bodyguard, in a sense.
Okay.
He helped Anakin. My point is, he helped Anakin more than some of the other Jedi, like masters or whatever. This is my point. Ahsoka doesn't count because she's a Padawan. That's what my point was, master-wise. He was like helping Anakin the most. Is my.
It's his own personal.
You know what I mean? Let's just move on.
Well, I don't know if I mentioned it, but Tech is my number 2.
Tech is I do not disagree with you there.
Except for your number 2 is someone else.
Okay, it's a hard list. Again, if we were allowed to tie all of them, I would tie all 9 of them to 1. Because I love them all pretty much equally. That's why I don't know. So putting Tech at what, number 9 or whatever I put him at. It's not that we don't like these characters. I like every clone that I like equally, okay?
Okay, yes. So who was your number 2? I forgot you. I think
Cody.
Cody?
It has to be Cody.
Why do you like Cody?
Because Cody is helping Obi-Wan Kenobi and he's dope. Why don't you like Cody? You don't like Cody? Why?
Not on my list.
Why? You know what, guys? It's fine. We're allowed to have difference of opinion. I just think that Cody is, again, same argument. I would make the argument that Cody is Obi-Wan Kenobi's helper.
He's too by the books. That's why he's with Obi-Wan Kenobi, because they're both by the books. That's why
he's a great character, because he matches Obi-Wan Kenobi well.
Maybe that's why Rex is more like Anakin, and that's Okay.
And that's what I'm saying. They're both like. That's what I'm saying.
Man, this is so sad because now that I realize that.
Why is that so sad for you?
Okay, I don't. Okay.
You dislike. You strongly dislike Cody.
No, Anakin.
Oh, Anakin? Okay, well.
So if I don't like Anakin, why do I?
Well, you liked him in the Clone Wars, though.
Okay, I liked him. Yes, true.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. In the Clone Wars, he was helping Anakin like left and right, bro.
Well, for honorable mentions.
For honorable mentions, what would your honorable mentions?
Mine were Cody, Wolf, 99, and Crosshair.
I forgot about Wolf, though. I know.
Wolf, I don't even remember any episodes that he was in.
I forgot about
except
Wolf,
for like 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Besides in Rebels.
And then Wrecker is my number 1. But again, if I could put all 9 of these guys in number 1, I would. And that's because I truly love all of them equally.
I knew his was Wrecker.
I love them all equally, okay? I know that I say that Wrecker's my favorite, but to be honest, I love all of them just as much as,
Yeah.
But I like them all for different reasons, but that's why I would put them all in number 1, because I like them all because they all have characteristics that I like, like Wrecker is funny, Tech is smart, yeah.
No, you're good.
I can't find the words.
Yeah. Rex is my number 1. And a lot of people, when I tell them that, they're like, of course. Of course it's Rex.
I mean, it makes sense, because Rex is a very, a fan favorite. So it makes sense that he'd be your number 1. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But, like, I don't know. I think it's because we get to spend so much time with Rex and see his character development. Because he has to keep up with Anakin and Ahsoka, who both are like rebels. And also that, his decision to take the chip out is makes him different from other clones because they don't really think up for themselves as much because they go by the book.
Right.
Because they're created and everything. But he actually
rebelled
against it. So, and then his relationship with Ahsoka is, like, he's so loyal. Like, even when everyone was against her, he helped her escape. He continued to correspond with her, and even came back when she asked for help in Rebels. So
that's why he is a great character.
So, yeah. Anything else you want to talk about with them?
As far as like the clones go?
As far as the clones go?
No. I'm ready to move on to Jedi, to be honest. I really am. I'm sorry, but I'm ready.
If we carry on, he's gonna rant even more.
I'm serious. I'm ready to go to the Jedi one next.
Yeah.
I'm ready to start talking about the Jedi ones because I got a lot of interesting ones on my list.
Okay,
interesting ones.
I had a hard time with that one because I can't think of many of them, and that's sad. So maybe because some of them have really hard names and everything, but we'll see how it goes.
Some of them are on the council, though. I will give you a hint. That's your only hint you're gonna get.
I have a couple from the council too.
So, all right. Well.
Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video and you want more content,
35 minutes.
If you want more content like this, please hit the like button,
subscribe,
and comment down below what you would like us to talk about, Star Wars wise or Marvel wise or whatever.
Or just talk about as far as movie or video game wise, period.
We're willing to talk about anything, like TV shows,
movies, games, any of that stuff.
Just don't expect that every single topic is going to come up because, like, certain things like Harry Potter, we haven't seen Harry Potter, so...
Well, Cole's seen some of the Harry Potter films, but unless we bring her in here to be our special guest on this, you're not gonna really get a video on that.
But yeah.
Same thing with Fantastic Beasts. We've not watched those or any of that, so we will not be doing any Fantastic Beasts ones either because of that. But
anyway, we'll see you guys hopefully next week. Hopefully we'll have another video next week. So we'll see you guys later.
Bye.